You're kidding me. You have seriously got to be kidding me. And how could a book such as this make a movie out of it? How could it be a movie that was loved by thousands, but really was nothing more than a glitter-covered turd? Gee, I wonder what I'm talking about. Yes, Twilight the movie. It's not the fact that it's a low-budget film that makes me hate it so much, or the fact that it was based off my least favorite series of all time. It's just the way that the movie was portrayed in such a terrible way, not to mention the lead cast. In fact, there are a lot of low-budget movies that I've actually liked, such as Juno and Little Miss Sunshine, and movies like that, they're usually pretty good. A movie doesn't have to have a high budget in order to be good. That's not what bothered me. There are tons of things about this movie that I just hated. I've had to watch it about 20 times. More than that, easily. Have I ever told you that I was once a Twi fan? I know, it's hard to believe that a girl like me, who is pretty much just different from everyone else, just liked Twilight at one point. But I did, when I was like 11. Okay, let me start talking about the way they casted it. While a couple of roles were casted well, the rest were casted like crap. Especially Robert and Kirsten. All they do in this movie is stare at each other. Seriously, most of the time they stare at each other, but they stare meaningfully, apparently. But I don't see any meaning when all someone does is stare at each other like this, like... Personally, I don't like Robert Pattinson as actor. That's not why I hate the movie either. It's just his performance that he just did so poorly. So over-dramatic and... Trust me, he was not the way I imagined Edward. I imagined Edward a little younger looking, probably a lot more handsome. His hair, a different style. He didn't look like he was constipated half the time. And as for Bella, Kirsten Stewart and her man voice, oh my god, her performance was even poorer than his. All she did was, she looks high all the time. Like, there's absolutely no one in her head. And just the way she says everything in such a dull, monotone voice. So nervously. Like she can't even feel emotions, or she's not even trying at all. And she wasn't the way I pictured Bella either. I mean, I pictured Bella kind of like a little more chill, a little less high, despite her Sewishness. I expected something a lot different. And the fact that they compare it to Titanic just completely bowls me over. While Titanic is not my favorite movie either, it's not terrible, and I think I can manage to sit through all 4 hours of it. Unlike, how many minutes is it? All 2 hours and 2 minutes of this. And they just cut out some of the scenes in the book that made it readable, like the blood typing and the questions they'd ask each other, which almost made it not as Sewish and made it regular. But no, they just ruined it. There's not even a good score in the movie. A score can save a movie if it's very good, but there's no score. I mean, there's a little ballad that goes through the entire thing that's like, da 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 da, you know, kind of weird. But most of it is full of pop culture music. It's a very good soundtrack. I actually enjoy the soundtrack a lot. They picked some great songs, such as Paramore, which is one of my favorite bands. But it's just not a good movie. It's poorly casted, and like the book, it has no storyline. It's just so melodramatic and overly acted. The effects there are pretty much no effects, but I guess I can't say they're really bad. They're just kind of strange at times. Not to mention, everyone looks either high or any of the good actors in the movie did not have a part. I hate this movie. I hate it as much as I hate the book. In fact, it's not even worth being called a good movie. I don't know why people see it as a good movie. There's really nothing in it, considering all the characters are virtually not there. They're all just like, yoo-hoo, lights on, no one's home. Edward doesn't look like a vampire, in my opinion. He just looks like a normal guy. And while I give them points for their chemistry, Kirsten and Rob, they did not act this pair well. Well, how can you blame them? They're a Gary and Mary Sue. And, well, I don't know. This isn't a movie I recommend you check out. You can if you want to. If you like it, that's not my problem. But in the eyes of a non-Twi fan, it sucks. It just downright sucks. I partially think it's because of the screenplay that was just so terribly awkward. And the sequel, New Moon, they made a sequel movie. It actually wasn't that bad. But compared to this one, there's nothing else I can say about it. So rate, comment, subscribe, no flaming. Don't tell me I can't say I don't like this movie, because I can. It's my opinion, not yours. You like the movie, whatever. Just please don't hate on me for my opinion.